Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Mrs. Garcia, principal at Diamond Creek. I am here to present and go over some of the information that was shared at Back to School Night. Here are some of the slides that went along with my information. I'm going to have to go through things pretty quickly, but I encourage you, any questions that you have after this or concerns or feedback, please feel free to email, call me, stop in. I'm always happy to answer questions and move forward together. So who am I? My name is Mrs. Garcia, Angela Garcia. I am the principal at Diamond Creek and super proud and happy to be the principal here. Truly just honored to work in your community and work with the great community of staff that we have at Diamond Creek. As you can probably tell in my accent that you're hearing, I am a Midwest girl from Minnesota. I moved here 2 years ago to be with my amazing family that you see in the picture here. My husband, Chris, is a Roseville native, and my stepdaughter, Riley, and stepson, Rocco. And they feel so much joy in my heart every day, and I'm truly honored and excited just to be able to spend every day with them. So it's been a blessing the last 2 years to be out there, and also just a blessing to be in your Diamond Creek community and in Roseville City. I've absolutely loved my time here. Before moving, I was a principal in Minnesota and also taught first and second grade. Why Diamond Creek? Why do I love it here, and why I hope you love Diamond Creek? Our staff truly, truly care about kids and have kids at the core of what they do and the decisions that we make. And they hear me say all the time, relationships, relationships, relationships. That's the core of what we do. And we believe that without those strong relationships with kids and with our families, we can't get to that next step. So we work really hard on being champions for kids and creating an environment where students want to come to school and they're excited to be here. In terms of our learning environment that we create for kids, we've talked a lot about creating the 4Cs, or 21st century learning environments, where we're allowing students time to be critical thinkers, communicators, collaborating with each other, and time to bring out their creativity through the learning experiences that they have. Our staff have done a lot of learning and collaborating around that themselves, and it's so fun to be truly surrounded by a group of staff that are learners, that want to learn, that are eager to learn, and eager to continue learning and growing themselves for the needs of kids and to help them be the best students and learners that they can be. We also talk a lot about meaningful tech integration, and we continue to have more technology at our building, which is very exciting. But how do we integrate that in meaningful ways while also creating experiences for students to learn how to use this technology in responsible ways? And you will hear more about that this year, as we now have very clear standards by grade level in terms of digital citizenship and what lessons will be taught to each grade level that's appropriate for that age. So stay tuned for more information on that. Last year, I had our staff come up with 3 words. They all were able to vote on 3 words that they felt would be what would represent a strong school, a strong learning environment. What do we want Diamond Creek to be for our kids? And these were the words that they came up with. And so this is something that I share with you. I share with them a lot. We keep coming back to as we are continuously reflecting and thinking about the environment that we create for kids on a daily basis. Homework commitments is something that we spent time on last year and even the year previously when I came in, really doing some research and relooking at our philosophy. And as a staff, we came up with these commitments. Number 1, that every student will read each night. If I can stress anything that your child could do each night that will be the most beneficial, it is to read, read, read. So if you're a family like me and have activities and things going on that you might not be home till late, the number 1 thing I would say, if you have 20 minutes, use it to read. And we really talk a lot about that with our staff. And along with that is kind of jumping down to number 3, but if there is homework assigned, that it's purposeful, that it is not new, it's a review, and that it's connected to a classroom topic, and that the time really is determined by grade level and what's most appropriate for that age. And then the last one, jumping back up to that second bullet point, that we will not give negative consequences if homework is not done. So if homework is ever a stressor in your house, or there's tears and frustration or hours, it is never meant to be something that takes hours. So please, I encourage you to have that conversation with your child's classroom teacher, because we as a staff have talked a lot about what that looks like. And what we want children to be doing at night that will be the most beneficial. And this is something we will continue to be learning and growing in as a staff. So stay tuned. I'm sure I will be sharing some articles with you this year and keeping you connected with the learning that we're doing at Diamond Creek in terms of homework. Volunteer policy, this is also all listed on our district website. We have Category 1 and Category 2 volunteers. Our Category 1 volunteers are more of our casual volunteers. Maybe you're stopping in to have lunch with your child. Category 2, if you're going on field trips or volunteering in your child's classroom on a consistent basis. Category 2 volunteers that does involve a fingerprinting and also TB assessment. And we have a great handy dandy packet that you can pick up in our office that has all the information on those forms, fingerprinting locations, and it's also on our district website. We do ask that for field trips and weekly volunteering that there are arrangements made for siblings so that doesn't become a distraction. Our school site council is a team comprised of parents and staff. I encourage you to stay tuned to my blog that I send out once a week. I will always have our agendas and our notes. This is also public information on our website. You are always encouraged and invited to our meetings. They are public and happen on the second Wednesday of every month. Our agendas are also always hung in our front office if you're ever curious about what we're talking about that meeting. Things that we discuss as a team: school safety, our technology, our curriculum, school site plan, and our goals and our progress of those goals. And then every February and March, we also will send you a parent survey, and we take some time to really review that data and help us determine areas of improvement that we need and also areas that are going really well for us at Diamond Creek. I'm super excited that Watchdogs will be back this year. Please stay tuned for information on this. We will have a kickoff pizza night in September. What you need to know now is this was super fun last year. It's a way to get our dads, father figures, grandpas, uncles involved in our school and volunteering for the day, where they would have time to spend in their child's classroom and at lunch, but also all around our building, really helping with school safety and making connections with kids. So stay tuned. More information coming soon. Our villages, I will continue to be updating you on our Diamond Creek villages, as I talked about these on Wednesday night at Back to School night as well. We're super excited about our villages. We will have actually 7 villages, not 6, 7 villages that are comprised of TK through 5th grade students. This is really a way for us to bring our whole school community together, TK through 5th, build leadership in our students, build a sense of belonging and collaboration across our entire building. We will meet once a month as a village in a meeting and also have an all-school rally. And throughout that time, we're going to use that time to really focus on our 7 habits of highly successful students, which we started last year with the first 3 habits. And we will continue with the remaining 4, while also weaving in there's a book called The 55 Essentials. We picked out some essentials of that 55 that go with those habits and really taking that time to teach those essentials with our students. So stay tuned. We will continue to update you on the habits that we're focusing on, the essentials we're focusing on, and our huge kickoff sorting day will be August 29th. That is when students will find out what village they belong to, and we're making a big deal out of that day. So you will see much more information coming home from me and our staff. Our parent-teacher club, I encourage you to watch for information coming from them. They do have an email list and a website that they send out great information. They help us put on amazing events for our community, like Dine and Donates, father-son. We even had mother-son and father-daughter and father-son events last year, so different parent-child events. We have a fall festival that usually happens in October. We have our walkathon coming up here in September, just in about a month, and you'll start seeing all these information coming soon. Last year, we put $20,000 plus in technology back into the hands of our students. Those are all the Apple TVs you see in our classrooms this year. That was a huge, huge help to get that tech in all of our classrooms. And you will continue to hear more from our PTC, ways to get involved. We're always looking for volunteers to help put on those amazing events. Final things to remember as we start the school year: please, please, please be careful when driving in the morning and afternoon. Our bus loops are not parking zones. Please drive through those and drop your child off or pick them up. We have school safety patrol out there. Please be careful of them. Our cones are there for a reason. Check in at the office when you are coming to volunteer. And please, please stay tuned. I send a weekly communication out every Friday. So that will help you with all updated information. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.